Nasaie bin Abdurrahman, a member of the Ahmadi religion of peace and light, originally from Malaysia, gained international attention in July 2023 following an LGBTQ+ solidarity protest by 8 members of the faith in Sogo, Kuala Lumpur, which went absolutely viral. The protest was held in reaction to the strict persecution and capital punishment directed at the LGBTQ+ community in Malaysia in the name of Islam. After a campaign of state-sponsored persecution, arrests and death threats from the general public in Malaysia, the 8 brave protesters fled to the UK, where they now reside and work at the AROPL headquarters. Nasaie spoke with me about his dangerous journey. So we finally get a chance to sit down with you, brother Nasaie, and it's been a long road for you. But what was it like before you were actually a believer in the Ahmadi religion of peace and light? Can you tell us about your life before that?
So before the protest, like most people in Malaysia, I was working on to build my career. I was a career man myself, and yeah, that's my life was pretty much normal like everyone else. Yeah.
So brother Nasaie, how was your experience after the LGBT protest? How were you treated by the authorities? And what is your feeling about the oppressive approach from the Malaysian authorities in the wake of all of this?
Well, after the protest, after the LGBTQ gathering, we were mocked severely by the people of Malaysia and
in public, yeah?
In public, yeah, and we were all over the media outlets, all of them, each and every one of them, and the police afterwards made a statement and say that we're one of few deviant movements that they are watching, and they were preparing a very they were preparing to prosecute us, and they were saying that they're gonna basically be very harsh on us because we are threatening, and they say that we are poisoning kind of the minds of younger generations, and yeah, that's obviously that's not the case at all. And they stated that we need to be punished severely for violating Malaysian laws, for being heretics, you know, in terms of the Sharia and the civil law too. Yeah.
So what charges did you receive after the protest directly, and what is the status of the case now?
The Islamic Religious Department of the Federal Territory of Kuala Lumpur prosecuted us for false claims of the appearance of Imam Mahdi, and they say that we are corrupting the minds of the people, and several muftis from some of the states in Malaysia,
Kelantan and Pahang.
Kelantan and Pahang, just to name 2 of them, call us apostates and want us to be punished for apostasy, which is the punishment is worse than you can imagine. Even the Royal Malaysian Police accused us of heresy, and they think we're sort of a threat to the security and stability of the nation. So far and very persistently, the case of the LGBTQ gathering and our humanitarian message of the Ahmadi religion of peace and light continue to receive widespread attention from the media, from the people, and from the authorities themselves.
What about the censorship with the Malaysian TikTok and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, TikTok and YouTube too, and yeah, they block our TikTok and YouTube, and even after that, our message have continued to grow in Malaysia and people are coming into the religion more and more.
So what is the situation currently for the believers in the Ahmadi religion of peace and light in Malaysia today on the ground?
After the call of AROPL spread throughout the entire world and Malaysia itself, the Malaysian government authorities have been threatening to fine and punish every single believer in Malaysia, and we have been some have been imprisoned and some are being put into trial in Malaysia. The believers in the religion, they are not free to practice this faith in Malaysia, and they're not free to practice it without facing severe reprisals. And look, even our book is banned in Malaysia.
The goal of the wise.
Yeah, the goal of the wise. They think they can ban a book. Yeah.
What does that say about the Malaysian government, in essence, fearing the religion?
Look, if they are on the truth, then they shouldn't have anything to hide.
Brother Nasaie shared the deep peace he now feels, a peace that came from having a long, empty void finally filled, coming from a country where openly practicing his faith was not allowed. His path to the Risers community has been nothing short of transformational. So we asked him, what does it truly mean to move from silent oppression to spiritual belonging? And what does his story reveal about the power of divine truth to free the heart, no matter the borders, no matter the fear?
Well, yeah, I guess for everyone, they always feel like there is something that's missing, you know, and they try to fill it with career, family, and so on. But after coming into this community, that thing is fulfilled. That void inside is fulfilled, and perhaps I didn't realize it at first. After a while, and now looking back, I realize I don't have that hole, that void anymore in me, and I'm free to practice my religion. I feel free in the true sense of freedom. And unlike before, when I was in Malaysia, where you practice all these rituals that feels without soul. It's just soulless, and the rituals are choreographed, really. When I was back in Malaysia, I had many friends who normally say every time something bad will happen to them, they would say, "There's no such thing as fairness in this world." Yet here, I find that fairness. There is fairness in this world, and it is in this world, in this community here with Abba Sadiq. And Abba Sadiq really sees you for who you are, and he sees the potential in everyone. And I'm sure everyone feels deep inside that they have this power, this longing for freedom and for God. And with us here, with Abba Sadiq, we have God.
Brother Nasaie, once a young man navigating life in a country that silenced both his own identity and his beliefs, stood up when it was most dangerous to do so. Along with 7 other like-minded people, he risked everything, not for attention, but for the truth, for dignity and for justice. From the streets of Kuala Lumpur to the shores of the United Kingdom, his journey was paved with pain, persecution, and exile. But it's all been paved with purpose. Because in finding the Ahmadi religion of peace and light, Nasaie found not only faith, but freedom. Not only a new homeland, but a divine home. A family of believers who stand with the riser Abdullah Hashim, Abba al-Sadiq, in defiance of oppression and in full submission to God. To leave behind everything you know, to walk away from your language, your culture, your birthplace. It is not easy, but when the cost of staying is the death of your soul, leaving becomes the form of salvation. And now Nasaie stands not as a victim, but as a witness standing tall, a voice for the voiceless in the wilderness, a reminder that even when the entire world turns against you, God can still choose you. So to those listening, let this be your wake-up call. Truth is alive, the Mehdi is here, and those who seek him, no matter how far, no matter how broken, will find him.